On April 20th, 2020, a group of 9 traders managed to profit $660 million in just a few short hours. One of the strangest events in history occurred on this day when the price of crude oil fell below zero.
First off, we've never seen what is going on today. We've never seen the price of future contracts actually go negative.
U.S. oil prices plunged below zero on Monday, hitting a new record low.
The day started out at $18 per barrel, which is already extremely low, but prices just kept falling, and by 2:08 p.m. Eastern, the prices went negative.
Never seen anything like it. The price of oil went to zero and then kept on falling.
This meant that anyone selling oil had to pay the buyer to take the commodity off their hands.
It means if you're an oil producer, you're going to have to pay someone to take that barrel of oil off your hands.
The price then fell even further to a record low of negative $38. Within a day, the madness was over and the price of oil went back into the positive, but the damage had already been done.
Probably see some bankruptcies in the oil industry because of this.
So who were the individuals that managed to profit off of this crisis? The group of 9 had a skill set that varied extremely, from both heavily experienced traders and novices in their 20s. The group was headed by an industry veteran named Paul Commons, or as he is more widely known, Cuddles. Some of the men were legally operated professional traders, and some were just the young sons of his friends. So, how did they do it? Commodities like oil trade on futures markets, the most commonly used being the West Texas Intermediate, or as it is better known, the WTI. This is where Cuddles made his $660 million play. The WTI differs from other futures markets because it doesn't allow a cash settlement. This means that when you hold an expiring contract, you must take delivery of 1,000 barrels of crude oil. Because of this rule, many traders close their WTI positions before expiry. By noon on April 20th, WTI contracts were about $10 per share. Cuddles and his team believed the market was going to drop even further, so they decided they would short these contracts. To avoid any delivery risk, they used something called a trading at settlement, or a TAS contract. If the WTI is at $20 and you think it will drop over the course of the day, you would sell the WTI futures for $20 per barrel, while simultaneously buying the same number of TAS contracts. If the WTI falls to $10, you then lock in a $10 profit per contract as you sold at $20 and profited from the $10 decline because you bought back your contracts for $10. By buying and selling the same number of contracts, you also have no obligation to take or provide the delivery of oil. The contracts cancel out and you make and lose money based on the price movement. Shorting their WTI futures at $10, they planned to cover their shorts at the end of the day with TAS contracts. This was an incredibly gutsy call, because if a flurry of buy orders came in, this bet would quickly lose them millions. Prices fell to $0, and while the group was already looking at a massive win, the seemingly impossible happened.
West Texas Intermediate, a grade of crude oil used as the benchmark in oil pricing, dropped below $1 a barrel, which is the lowest price on record.
Oil turned negative for the first time in history. Being the sharks that they are, the team doubled and tripled down on their shorts bets as prices went negative. At the end of the day, they ended up with a settlement price of negative $37.63. When you short WTI contracts and buy TAS contracts, you buy back your contracts at the settlement price. So, in selling at $10 and buying back at negative $37.63, they made $47.63 times 1,000 barrels, or $47,630 per contract. A single day profit of $660 million.